I'm Dr. Lawal Oyinneyin. I'm the Pioneer Chief Medical Director of the Mother and Child Hospital in Akure. And it just seems like yesterday when the Executive Governor of Ondo State, Dr. Olusegun Mimiko, commissioned this edifice on the 27th of February 2010. It was to commemorate his first year anniversary in office. And we pride ourselves as being the first of a kind because this edifice was the premier purpose-built 100-bed facility dedicated to the care of pregnant women and children under the age of 5 in Ondo State, free of charge.
As a medical doctor, I saw the havoc that financial barrier caused to many families. I saw kids die from neonatal tetanus because of ignorance. At times, a combination of poverty and ignorance. In my inner mind, I can still hear the cry of mothers when they lose their baby. Some of them 4, 5, 6 babies in a row. And when I was in practice, even in my private practice, I tried as much as possible to impact. People used to refer to my private clinic as a charity home of sorts. But somewhere along the line, I came to the conclusion that there was not much I could do as a single medical practitioner to be able to get this thing, hit it hard at policy level, that I had to be involved in the political process and go for political power that I can use to translate into the types of outcomes that I needed. So apart from being a medical practitioner, it gives me some knowledge of all of these, but also my practice as a medical practitioner also honed my determination and interest to be able to take the choices that will be in the interest of the majority of our people. I believe that government has a responsibility to ensure that especially those at the lower rung of the ladder have some succor through government policy.
At the advent of the administration of Dr. Mimiko, that was about February 2009, the Nigerian Demographic and Health Survey came up with a report that Ondo State had the worst maternal and child care indices in the whole of the Southwest. And no nation is taken seriously among the committee if you don't take issues of pregnancy and pediatrics, children care seriously.
We put together the Abiye program, which essentially is about registering pregnant women. It's about putting in place a tracking process from pregnancy to delivery. It's about assigning them to facilities closest to them. When we started this, World Bank was interested. They co-financed the primary care part of it. Abiye, although this mother and child is 100% financed by state government. I was in Washington after 1 year to give a report of what the accomplishments had been. And it is their opinion that from the experience of World Bank working throughout Africa and having been working in Nigeria on safe motherhood, they think that this is a model that should be a benchmark. I passionately believe that one of the things we have succeeded in doing here is to demystify this concept that financial consideration should be a barrier to quality care for our people.
We devised the means of using a unit, that is the patient, as the yardstick for financing the hospital. So in essence, what we did was we found out the average cost of care. A woman gets pregnant what does the care for that woman, what does it entail? You need to do this and that and that. She needs to deliver. What does it entail when she's delivered? So my experience as an obstetrician came useful there. Okay, all she needs is to have these gloves that to deliver the baby, and the woman will deliver safely. So we said, okay, what if she doesn't need? What if she needs to have a cesarean section? Okay, if she has a cesarean section, this is what she will need: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What if she bleeds heavily and she needs blood? Okay, this is what you need to do: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we came up with a formula that put the average cost of care overall across the board at about 6,000 naira, 6,400 naira to be exact. But of course, there were a prerequisite. The prerequisite is that everybody must do the same thing the same way. We're able to improve the turnover of patients by more than 100% compared to the general hospitals.
If we have an emergency, within 10 minutes of a patient coming in, we can open up a woman. That is, in some of the other hospitals in this state where I worked, it would take about 3 or 4 hours to tackle an emergency.
We realized from the start that the cause of mortality, the reason why women die, is majorly because of delays.
A minute delay means a lot. You can lose the patient and you can save life within a minute. So it depends on how fast you are. And with this rate of causing no delay has reduced mortality rate in Ondo State.
If you deliver your children at home, many problems may occur. Death may occur because there's no doctor to take care of them. And I have witnessed that those people that don't go to hospital, it has been happening. They may think it is how God wants it, but it's not. Because God has put doctors to take care.
mo ṣàrántí ìgbà tí agbọ́mọ yẹn lọ tán ní ó gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe operation gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe gbá gbọ́dọ̀ ṣàgó tán tún ní ká lọ mú jọ́sí ó lé 150 wá mo ní gbogbo family wa bí láti máa ṣiṣẹ́ ní ìyẹn bọ̀tà tẹ́lẹ̀ òǹdíje ẹnìkan wá ní pé ẹ jẹ́ ká lọ sí modern ṣe àjìbọ̀ wọ́n ní kéèsì yẹn tó bá kọjá sọ mínísì ọmọ yẹn máa kú bọ̀tà adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà pé ìgbà tá a débẹ̀ wọ́n ṣàdáwà náà pápápá àmà fi 1 naira ṣe operation tán náà máa fi 150 ṣe mọ́ o ọlọ́run dẹ̀ gba gbogbo ọmọ yẹn dẹ̀ dúró láyà tàlàáfíà.
Time baby out like say
135.
Transformation is about risks. It's about new thinking. And when it's new thinking, every new thinking carries a risk element. And you must be daring. You must dare to be different. You must take risks. Of course, there was a possibility that if all of this had failed, we will be at the receiving end of criticism from the system. So we took the risk, and we knew that you cannot bring new things about until you engage in new thinking and new way of doing things. So from the beginning, I was determined to see this through. I was determined to allow them to reach for the depth of their creativity to be able to put all of this together.
The truth about it, I must let you know, is that I've always believed, because of my experience, that one thing that we really need to do is to be able to track the pregnant women back to the health facility where you can ascertain and guarantee that a skilled birth attendant will take that delivery.
We made the staff realize that this is a special project. There are special people having a special impact in the state. And I think that made up for the humongous workload that they had to deal with. So they realized that actually this is a revolution in the health industry. And I was at the forefront. And I must tell you that in the first couple of months, the governor was coming around practically every week to join me in rounds. And I found that, you can imagine a governor coming and saying, okay, what's wrong with this patient? And the patients are like, wow, a governor is asking me, checking if I'm pale. Sometimes they forget he's a doctor. So, that helped to ginger the staff. So despite the fact that we had a shortage of staff, the attitude change, the dressing, the concept that this is service, we're helping ourselves, was one of the major victories we did.
There's peace, there's harmony,
among the staff, and then we love the job.
We have different things that are novel in this hospital. Our protocols, our audit system, our principle of task shifting and sharing, where every activity does not need to be tied around the doctor or the nurse before you can make decision or before patients can receive care.
As we speak, as at last week, we've been able to impact positively on more than 45,000 patients in this hospital in just a little over 2 years, out of which I think about 25,000 were children and about more than 20,000 were pregnant women. And we've delivered since inception till last week, which is about early June. We've had more than 11,500 safe deliveries. 11,500 safe deliveries. Now we average about 20 deliveries every single day, making us not only the busiest maternity center in the whole of the South in just 2 years, but so far the second busiest maternity center in the whole of Nigeria. But without a doubt, the one that is being run the most effectively.
What makes a big difference, the patients don't have to pay. Apart from the initial 500 that they pay for the card, everything is free. So you don't have to tell a woman to go out and buy gloves or go and buy cotton wool or go and buy spirit. You know everything's available. So that makes a big difference. And then, because it is free and the government funds it very well, all drugs that we use are available.
It is better to bring your children here, or even when you are pregnant, to come here and deliver, because you have people that will take care of you. Mother and child, láti gbà tí mo ti wà ní oyún ni mo ti wá sí bíbá yìí. Mo dẹ̀ bímọ láyọ̀ àtàlàáfíà. In fact, àwọn doctor tó wà ní bíbá yìí, doctor, in fact, mi tí ẹ mọ̀ bí tí our excellency, the governor of Ondo State, Abiye Olusegun, mọ̀ bí tí wọ́n ti rí àwọn doctor wọ̀nyí. Wọ́n mọṣẹ́, àwọn tó mọṣẹ́ ni wọ́n mọṣẹ́ gidi. Àtobìnrin wọn, àtọkùnrin wọn, gbogbo wọn ló mọṣẹ́. Gbogbo aláboyún tó ń wá bí ló ń bí láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà.
We have to make our people have confidence in the orthodox health system again. And this is something that has been rubbished in over the last 30 years. We don't expect it to be completely overhauled in a few years, but we know we're on the right track. So how do we do this? First, you put in place a system that will encourage them to come out. You must. And that's how we started. The governor said, look, first thing we have to build a model hospital to match any hospital in the country so that our women will have no excuse anymore. And you can see the tendency. More of them are coming out. We have people who've never been in the 4 walls of a hospital coming here to deliver. And that is a step in the right direction. Now there's that growing confidence. So if you tell that person, the next child or your sister's child, tell them to come here rather than go to church, you are more likely to succeed rather than come by fiat. So that ignorance can be tackled with the proper kind of perspective and education.
This is dream come true, a mission accomplished, and you feel so excited that finally we're there. And that's why we are now on another stage, which is scaling it up, making sure that all of this gets around the whole state. Not only the whole state, even the entire country. Because as recommended by the World Bank, they said this is benchmark for the continent of Africa, and that it is the only way to achieve the intractable MDG or neglected MDG 4 and 5, which is ensuring that never will pregnancy be a death sentence, and our children can live beyond the age of 5.
I want to give kudos to our governor, Governor Mimiko, for the work well done. In fact, he really tried. Kí la tún fẹ́ kán tún ṣe fún wa? Kò sí náà. Torí in fact our governor is a mass. Mi tí ẹ mọ̀ bí mo kàn ṣe lè praise ẹ̀. Torí is a man of I don't mi tí ẹ mọ̀ bí mo kàn ṣe lè sọ. Mi mọ̀ bí mo kàn ṣe lè sọ. In fact, it's a wonderful governor.
As a sole intervention in revolutionizing the health system, I think the Mr. Governor got it right with Mother and Child Hospital Akure.
You really cannot hide a successful story. You cannot hide something that is working. Everybody will get to know about it, and people will want to come and share out of it. And you cannot say, look, you cannot, you should not come. Everybody is welcomed here, because again, we have said we don't want women to die.
Ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ Mr. Keji. Tẹ̀mí ilẹ̀ ti lo tọ́lẹ̀ láàrẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹ̀kan ní wàá hàn yẹn. Ṣé ti jẹun? Kí ló dé tẹ̀ jẹun? Kí ló dé? Ṣé ṣì ń bì ni? She came in with excessive vomiting and diarrhea in pregnancy. Vomiting and diarrhea can be very dangerous in pregnancy because it can stimulate contractions that can lead to preterm deliveries. So we have to take it very seriously. So what we just do is just rehydrate her with fluids and start on antibiotics. And then I guess I'm passionate about mother and child care. Everybody's passionate about something. I'm just lucky to be doing what I'm passionate about.
Jesus. Amen. Ojoojúmọ́ ni wàá máa gbọ́ Ọlọ́run ga. Wàá wá gbé Ọlọ́run ga báyìí. Wàá wá gbé Ọlọ́run ga.
In the name of Jesus, the Lord shall sanctify you. Olúwa ga, èmi yóò gbé Olúwa ga. Níwọ̀n ìgbà tí mo bá wà láàyè, èmi yóò gbé Jésù mi ga. It is well. In the name of Jesus. It is well. It is well. In the name of Jesus. The Lord shall sanctify you the more.
2010, when they told me there is an hospital here, mother and child, and they said they are so caring there and their work is excellent. So when my daughter got pregnant, then I called her. I said, when you want to deliver, come home. There is an hospital here in Ondo State, mother and child, that she should come home.
Coming down home, we came here to register. It was very hectic then because people were so many. So I think we did the registration and everything still went on very, very smooth. No, this is not my first child. This is the second. My first child too was here. Yeah. All the way from Niger State just to come to mother and child to have my baby.
We are very, very grateful. What God has done here in this mother and child is marvelous in our sight. He has used our governor, Olusegun Mimiko, to do a wondrous work here in Ondo State. You know, this mother and child is an unforgettable work of the governor. I am so proud of him. I'm so proud of him. God has really worked, even this work in his own hand. You know, for you to do a good thing, it is an inspiration from God. This mother and child is an inspiration given unto our governor to establish this hospital. The hospital, is incomparable. You understand? It's incomparable. I can't compare it to any hospital.
For us, it's been a very successful story. We feel fulfilled, not only in terms of quantum of patients that they have had to take care of here, but in terms of quality of service and in terms of efficient application of resources. That is, you can give affordable health care without compromising quality.